Welcome to step 2 of the door scene, storyboarding the scene. After completing this step, your students will be equipped with additional storytelling skills that will enable them to better use the language of film. So once again, with help from experienced teachers and students, let's take another approach to the door scene. In step 1 of the door scene, students gained a very basic understanding of filmmaking. They were also hooked into the process. They are now engaged and eager to learn more.
So the next step is when the teacher now starts to build on that core understanding. They're starting now to draw on this prior knowledge of every TV show, every film that they've ever seen, and they're starting to be able to relate that to how they use the camera. So now the next thing we bring in is storyboarding. How to record, how to plan each of those shots that they now have agreed would look better if they tried it the next time.
You're conveying it. That's where the character is going to be standing. This is where it's going to be. If you're going to be doing a wide shot, where you're going to have the whole person.
The specific challenge in step 2 is for the students to storyboard a door scene script scenario in a way they believe is most visually effective. The entire film must follow the original script until the character opens the door. Then, the students must add a creative or surprising new ending to the scenario. They also need to write a detailed description of their new ending. In addition to the same general parameters and limitations they followed in step 1, students must use at least 5 different shots, include every detail in their storyboard such that a stranger could shoot their film exactly as scripted and drawn, and write descriptions for each storyboard panel to help with screen direction. These descriptions must support the visuals, not replace them. This is also the time to distribute 2 AFI handouts, the storyboarding guide and blank storyboard pages. From the storyboarding guide, the students will learn the shots they can use to tell a story. Among them, an establishing shot to set a scene or location, a full shot that captures a subject from head to toe, a medium shot that shows a subject from the knees up, and a close shot that shows a subject from the head to the mid-waist.
We explain what a storyboard is, and what are these different shot names, and how do you draw them. And the students don't have to be good artists to do this. I mean, it's really just sketches that frame each shot. Each shot needs to be framed in a storyboard. And they sit down and they work on it individually. You can make your shape simpler, okay, because you seem to be really concentrating on that, trying to make it as detailed as possible, and you're just trying to convey what's in that shot. You're not trying to convey like all the textures of their clothing and everything, okay? You can make it simple.
Working with their original production team, students pitch their storyboards to one another. They defend their creative choices. Once they've reviewed all the storyboards, they have 2 options. They can elect to film one team member's storyboards, or they can create an entirely new storyboard to be filmed that incorporates the best elements from each team member's effort.
When it came to the storyboard, we had our idea, we wrote everything down we had for the original door scene, and the surprise ending, all of ours, we put them out there, we're like, these aren't as good as Gabby's. So we went ahead and used hers, but we tweaked it a little bit. But I mean, being able to collaborate and draw it, it was so much fun, even though our drawings are like big humongo heads and little stick figures. It was just fun being able to go through that process of it.
Storyboarding helps students think visually. The next chapter helps students communicate visually. Little did the students know they're in for a big surprise. Step 3 of the door scene, interpreting the storyboard to film, is next.